Hello everyone. Today we are on a historic church open house. It's today only, Saturday, June 7th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Put together by the Miamisburg Historical Society. And we have 6 churches in the area participating. And we're going to go to each one. And apparently we should be able to get in, look around. I've got my cameras. Take some nice pictures. Now we have arrived at the United Brethren Church, His Hope. It's on North 4th Street and Buckeye. And here we go, Buckeye Street, street I grew up on. United Brethren in Christ, 1882 to 1914, we see on the side here. I know my grandma come down here on occasion because she also lived on Buckeye Street, not too far, but I don't think it was too often. But His Hope Teen Challenge, a community of hope, His Hope mission. Oh, okay, so I'm not sure. It might be for the His Hope organization, not a church. I don't know. We might get information. We'll find out. But let's take a look on the outside here. This has been many colors over the years. Looks very nice on the outside. You can see it's right up against the residential. Which, to be fair, most churches are right in the middle of the residential, where the people are. But we're going to walk around here for a minute. Get the layout of the church. And you can see they got a lot of stained glass in there as well. And what we learned from before is we may see some stuff on the outside, but normally it's a whole lot different on the inside. A whole lot better. Okay, I'll take some pictures and then head in. Alright, I know I saw a lady talking to people, so we'll see if we get some information. Let's head on in. Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm good.
It's out there getting some outside pictures of the stained glass, knowing it looks so much better from the inside.
Yeah.
We are here with
Jeannie Toadvine.
Jeannie Toadvine.
And I am going to tell you that much of the information that I've been able to put together about this church, I'm not so sure that it's all exact because some of it contradicts others.
Okay.
And Miamisburg Historical Society, they're great to try to put some things together for me. Right now, this is actually my son's church. It's ran as part of his recovery center, which is His Hope.
His Hope.
Recovery for Adults and Teen Challenge. And he's been here for about 10 years. He's owned this.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that as far as I can tell, it was finished in 1883, and it was part of the United Brethren at that point, and that the pastor here was, he did German. All of his sermons were in German, which was kind of typical.
Yeah.
And at the time, then they ended up having someone who did do them in English, and so their congregation grew. And if you look at the stone out here, it says it was United Brethren from 1883 to 1914, but that's not what the literature says. So the literature says that they did join together with the Methodist Church, but they actually remained here until about 1960, and I'm not sure which is right, which is wrong. And that they eventually moved over into the library park, the church over by the library park, the EUB.
Yeah.
They called it, and that's what they called it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I can tell you that I went to church here when I was a little girl. I came with a carpenter family, and that was probably around about 1964, and it was a Church of God, and that congregation eventually moved out to the facility on Gephardt Church. It sits close to 725. Now, I do believe the church was maybe for sale not too long ago, but not too long ago I actually went to a funeral service there, and it was still Church of God at that time, so I'm really
Okay.
not sure. I can tell you that it seems to be factual that this church in 1913, when the flood hit, that the sanctuary had about 3 foot of water in it, so that would have came probably to about here. And after that, there was more money put into the sanctuary. They ended up building the balcony that travels around, which I'll let you
Okay.
explore. My son doesn't want anybody up there because he feels like it's not
Safe.
totally safe.
Yep.
And then it was interesting because it said they also built a basement. So I don't understand construction. I don't understand if it was there and they refinished it, but they literally used the words built. They also built this is it called Squire? No. That was built at the same time, and that was after the flood.
Oh, okay.
And so their congregation continued to grow, and they joined with the Methodist Church and eventually moved over by the park. And this was several different churches over the years. And then about 10 years ago, my son bought it to use as a facility for his recovery. He has groups here 4 days a week. They have different counseling here, and they just meet, sort of like in the style of an AA meeting. It's not AA, but in that style.
Okay.
So that's
Sounds
what
great.
I can tell you.
All right. Well, we appreciate it.
All
and
right.
Thank you.
All right.
So we got some great information about the history and what's happening here. And you need to check out the program if you need and support it. We know His Hope from our church as well. So we're just going to walk around and we're just going to get a little feel. Like I was telling them, we've come here on occasion, well, not probably 50 years ago. And my grandparents, they used to come here just occasionally. We never really attended church much, but I do remember, like I said, as a kid. It's very cool. So we're going to catch the stained glass in here. We got some pretty stained glass. The building has been revitalized and people have used it and moved out to all kinds of other churches. The one we just come from was one of the plants, so they probably went out and built that one, and we saw how substantial that was. All right, we're going to look around here in a minute. They've got all kinds of information, and we're going to take a couple pictures, so be sure to look them up and check things out. Heading downstairs, check out the basement area. Oh, look how nice this is. Look at that. That is absolutely an awesome area to hang out. Look at this. We're not going to take Look how nice this is. This is great work for God and an outreach. Here's His Hope Creed. We'll take pictures afterwards. Got some restrooms, facilities. Look how lovely this is. Food bank for people. Oh my goodness. Great facility. So we're here at the corner of Central and 5th Street. There used to be old law offices, and they have this place for also part of His Hope. She had suggested I come down here and check things out, and we'll do that. Let's just take a few pictures from the outside first. Said we're on Central. We're right across the street from Veterans Park. And this has been houses, law offices. It's been everything since I was young. Can you tell me a little bit about
Yeah.
what's going to happen here?
Yeah, this is his hope, and then it holds 8 men and men in
Housing, isn't it?
housing. Yeah.
That's it. Okay,
And recovery. Yeah.
So we just come from the His Hope church and facility down there where they're helping, and this place is being renovated for eight
For men in recovery.
8 people. Nice. That is.
Like example, like me, I got out of prison.
Yep.
And I do know Rusty from the past, and as the Lord led me to Team Challenge, led me here, so I was able to come here, focus on relationships, and do the necessary things. I didn't have to worry about food, hygiene, clothing. So he
Our basic
organized-
needs, and then-
he organized everything together as the Lord led him. So a man like me could succeed and do the necessary things I could do, which is focus on relationship, community, and healing. You know.
I saw the basement over there. That's absolutely a fabulous place to just, relax and
Yeah.
being somewhere calm and clean and nice and pretty, and
Yeah,
it was so good down there in the basement. I hadn't been in that church in 50 years. And then-
the church.
oh well, yeah. I mean, at the His Hope. I'm talking about the His Hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah.
all right,
So
appreciate
this
it.
is Josh Creasy. Hey, we got the news
It's
here.
no. I'm doing with the home tour, and Rusty's mom said, "You go on down there and see this place, where they're redoing." And I'm like, "All right." It goes right on in with the mission, so might as well cover. And yeah, this is a great deal. I mean, we're familiar with His Hope and stuff, and like my church at Miamisburg Christian Church, they partner and do some stuff as well. And then a lot of people from there partner and sign. He's come up and talked at our church before, so it's been more. Jay Robinson.
What is Jay?
Jay.
Jay, Josh.
Josh and
Michael.
Michael, good to meet you. Good to meet you. Information. So this is Rusty, and he's in lead
I'm
of
the
His
executive
Hope.
Director of His Hope, and we're
And we just saw the facility where you're at is absolutely beautiful, and downstairs was a surprise.
Yeah.
Very comfortable, very relaxing and stuff. And then his mom sent me down here to say, come check out housing they're doing for 8 people.
yeah. So this home can have up to 8 men in here. We're going to have 6 beds in this home.
Okay.
And this is for men who are in long-term recovery.
Gotcha.
So they've gone through an inpatient kind of treatment before they come to us. This is kind of like a next steps house where we help men out with employment, making sure they have a primary health care provider, case management kind of thing. We just want to see men thrive.
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
we focus on Christ, so this is a discipleship ministry. So we believe that God created us and put us together and has a plan for our life. He created us on purpose for a purpose. And so we're continuing to offer His hope, God's hope to people impacted by addiction in our community.
And that's absolutely great. And we appreciate it, whatever. And you can see, love our city, serve our city. And that's what Jesus calls us for. He doesn't call us to, team red, team blue, team this, team that. It's team Jesus.
There you go.
Gives us one job: go make disciples and help people out.
Check
So-
it out in here, yeah. A space for counseling, a space for like peer support. Space for guys to go in there and
So
pray.
it won't just be their housing. You'll have a little support stuff in here, or it's going to be like kind of facility or office. Not office so much, but
I mean,
it kind of.
the guys will be able to use that space for study.
Got you.
for
Okay, so it's not just bedrooms and a runaround house. You got some
Yeah.
work as well. Okay. I mean, look how nice this looks already. I was talking, because I grew up on Buckeye Street, like
Oh yeah. Right
block,
by the other
2
facility.
blocks away, and I'm like, this house has had people and all kinds, the lawyers, it's had all kinds of people. It wasn't just lawyers, it had regular people back in the
Yeah.
day and all that, but.
Added on
And then they
throughout the
divided
years,
up
yeah.
in the past, and then looks like they've reopened now. So,
Oh, yeah.
so you basically reopened it and just going. It's a big open space, but you have the separate bedrooms. Is that going to be
Yeah,
the?
upstairs, there's 4 bedrooms. 2 of the bedrooms have 2 beds, and then the other 2 have 1 bed.
Okay, solid stuff. Oh,
And it'll be based on seniority in the house.
Yeah.
Who gets what bed?
I got you.
Yeah, so there's stairway here.
I know. You see how lovely it looks.
Yeah, all new windows, all new HVAC, heating
And
there.
and the support allows them to do this. So I took pictures of your stuff over on the table so people can outreach and grab. It's something great.
Yeah, we love
Be
it.
done.
We have a lot of community.
Well, it means you have the heart for it. So
Yeah.
so
Well,
that's
we have
it.
a community that has a heart for it. So
Ours
you know,
ain't bad.
it just
Our
so
city is
happened-
not bad.
Yeah, it just
for-
so happened that as
It combined
somebody
up.
that's in recovery myself, that
Oh,
I live
oh.
in a community that cares about people.
So that was the nexus that
Yeah.
see, now that makes sense. When you get people around town, well, anywhere in life, and it affects them personally or they have a invested interest, that's where you see that extra dedication and the extra just drive to do.
Drive, yeah.
It's like we have a lady up at the Gebhardt Church Cemetery. Those stones have been black for 50 years, 80 years. They're all white, but she has relations that go all the way back. So she's dedicated. She got people coming. You get people that's dedicated in certain areas, like down at our Gebhardt Tavern. We got a lady, it goes back to Daniel Gebhardt. So she's super passionate, and it's really expanded, just when you look at just
it's great.
in our town alone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and we got support of a lot of, all the churches in the town. And when I mean all, I mean a lot of the churches.
No, I know what you
support
mean.
What
Yeah.
we do, we love our relationship with MCC. We have other houses in the community.
Oh yeah.
That a lot of the members of MCC have come alongside of us and
Yep.
just help make this happen.
They're pretty solid there.
Yeah.
If they get behind you, they get behind you, or they definitely so.
Yeah,
Because they don't spread out to like 100 things. They're not like they do.
You get focused.
They get focused, and like we have different missions overseas, but it's probably like 5. It's not 50.
Yeah.
It's like 5, and then same as local. They hit certain things, and his hope was something
We'll
I
have
knew.
to walk around and
All right. And I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so we're going to start at the beginning, and we're just going to do a little tour here. So this was the entrance where we come in. Okay, the entrance. We'll walk around, see what we got here. Oh, a facility. I said we're going to have, I think, 8 men, or up to 8, but he said like 6 beds, so probably 6 now. Got a nice laundry facility. Look at this kitchen. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's all I'm saying. Wow. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Is that stairs heading up?
head
Oh, okay. I walked around, I'm like, there's a person there. All right, well, let's head up these back stairs and see. I think there's probably 2 entrances. We saw the front ones, but let's go up here. Definitely glad we went there. Definitely glad the order we're taking stuff. Oh, okay, there's the front entrances. Or the front stairs. We'll go back down there. Look at this inlay here in the floor. Look at that. That is awesome. Look at this. How lovely and nice.
Looks like a
The
home.
board. Look, another bedroom and stuff. God is with me always. These windows are quiet. Not hearing noise. That's awesome. It's not the old single pane. And we got these very nice bathrooms and showers. There's some double beds. Super nice though. Grace upon grace. We're so fortunate to be able to get in here because nobody's moved in yet. They're getting ready. They're getting it ready. My goodness, this is awesome. Look, all the floors have different inlays from the different bedrooms. Amazing. Alright, we're coming down here. Oh, another bathroom. Look at this. I trust the next chapter because I know the author. Let's go. There we go in here. Got one more bedroom. Oh, look at this.
I have no idea. A lot.
Look at this. I am a child of God. God is with me always. They have that in each of the rooms, which is phenomenal. You know, this will allow the men to, like they pointed out below, you know, they can concentrate on the proper stuff. They got food and stuff taken care of and got their next chances. Because let me tell you, we all get, as Christians, we all have our second chances. Because without Jesus, it's pointless. Absolutely pointless. And hopeless. But this is a hope place. This is great. This area leads up to an attic, I think someone was saying, so not really nothing to go up to. But you can see the type of work they've done with the floors and everything. Well, we're getting ready to head back down, and that was excellent. Before we leave, check out the inlay here. Like I said, we saw the different inlay up top in the different bedrooms. And this particular, the front room or living space has that. Oh, there was one other room we go to. Oops, I forgot to come in here, sorry. That's right, this was there's one more room, almost missed. Has some counseling. Look at this. Once again, different inlay all the way around. There we go. Love God, love others, be strong and courageous, Joshua 1:9, be the light, Matthew 5:14. Okay. The church tour turned out quite well. Had a lot of good information from most of the places, and got some great pictures, some nice video. And if you enjoyed that type video and you'd like to see more around town or more events happening, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share. Hope to see you for the next one, and have a great one.